What up, y'all? Vita Van Pelt here with Soy Sauce. This is TTE Talk, Sports Talks. You the family. We are here continuing down the divisional talks and breakdowns. I'm gonna say the date because it worked out perfectly for two reasons for us. Today is the 18th of June. We are releasing this when we are recording this. So you might get it a week from now. So two things happen. Usually we start with the AFC, we started with the NFC because we wanted to make sure that Aaron Rodgers was officially a Steeler. Jair Alexander today signed with the Ravens. And we also want to say the date because World War III is about to happen. We going down, y'all.
Man, it's getting close.
Yo,
Getting
y'all might not
close.
see this video. We going down. You know what I'm saying?
By the time this release, we're gonna be
Yeah.
drafted.
So this is just a timestamp of survival, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching the AFC North, hey, everything's good. At least we made it another couple days. You know what I'm saying?
We made it a
So
few more
yeah.
days if you're watching this.
Yeah. So before we get started to the AFC North, is there anything back from the NFC North? If you're watching this, the NFC North is already out. We got the full video and each link down there for each video individually. Not to bang on y'all hood, but I don't think it's a bad team. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the most important part compared to the others right now. Let's keep it moving to the God boy. If you're telling me as a Panther fan, boy, look, if it's one thing I ain't got to worry about, it's my owner spending that money. Because these fools up in Cincinnati and their owner is looking for each and every way not to break that bread. I wish the league would go no salary cap. I know my dog will run it up, but it'd be so funny how they talk about the Bengals owners because they be like, they're the poorest owners in the NFL. Like they give them here, damn, take it energy. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be like, oh man.
They
Like
said,
God,
"Oh, hey, you want how much, Jamar? But you also want T. Higgins to stay? Man, here, shut
I
up."
feel like when the Bengals owner pulls up to a party, he be like, "Hey, me. The Bengals owner is me. Hey, Soy Deuce, one of y'all got me on this one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me on the front cut. Hey,
It's $20
y'all
to get
got me.
in. Hey, who
Yeah,
got Vita, man?
cover me, man. Cover me. I'm the Bengals owner. Hey, cover me real quick, man. You got me here, damn, man. Here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and the here, bro, is a franchise tag that they about to try to use on Hendrickson. Here,
Yeah,
man, take your 60 mil
man.
this year.
They the Bengals to me did overall what I felt like they should have as a team. Pay T, pay Jamar, pay Joe, and then pay Trey. Because you already did the double franchise tag on Jesse Page. DJ Rita already walked out the door. So we was all like, bro, just pay Trey. Why are you fighting it? But the fact that you took so long to pay T, end up costing you some more money. The fact that Jamar waited, did what he did, because we all knew what Jamar was gonna make.
Oh,
So we was like,
he was
okay,
gonna
cool.
do that. You should have just
Yeah,
stayed
so
ahead
we
of it. And
we knew he was gonna be right up there at the top. But the fact that you took so long to pay T, it was you thought you would have been like, no, we're gonna get done with Trey right now. And then you didn't. I did hear that contract talks have started again. I think they're hopefully finding the error in whatever ways they're going with because it just seems to be compiling upon themselves.
it's,
And then
it's
you
probably
find a
because
way for
their
your
draft pick won't sign.
yeah, Shamar Stewart won't sign because everything I'm hearing is you're trying to turn his guarantees into incentives. And that was supposed to be the whole reason why the rookie scale was put in place was to avoid any of that. You get picked in a place, you can only make so much money. This is your cap. There you're gonna get it. And the fact that you're trying to find a way to change that, bro, it is boy. Look, I'm
Y'all
telling you,
deserve to lose that pick.
yeah,
I hope
like
he
that.
doesn't sign and he just re-enters the draft next year. Like,
Yeah, but I don't want. But again, you don't want to take a year off of him. You don't want to. He need bread. I don't think he's sitting on this stuff. He need bread. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to assume what's gonna happen with him, but he need his bread. And I think they said if he do have to re-enter, that literally the Bengals couldn't draft him again if they wanted to, which would then change the landscape of some things.
Bengals just
Again,
continuing to shoot themselves in the foot, man. They could have signed T, he went off. They could have signed Jamar early, he went off. They could have signed Trey Hendrickson 2 franchise tags ago, but instead he again bet on himself. led the league in sacks the last 2 years. Now you standing there looking dumb like, well, now I gotta pay you today's price, not 2 years ago's price. Because if you would have paid 2 years ago's price, you would have been straight.
Going to continue to say it. If there's somebody on your roster who you know is a part of your team for the long haul, pay them early. Pay them early and don't play the contract game. Pay them early. Pay a year early. Pay a year and a half early. Whatever you got to do to lock them in. Because the more you wait, the longer, the worse it's going to get. Not for a fringe player. If he's one of your 5 best players on the roster and you want him around, you just pay him. You just pay him and get it out the way. Don't wait.
Howie Roseman.
Outside of
paid
that,
Devontae Smith before they reset the wide receiver market. And Devontae Smith was happy to take it. Bet I'm wide receiver 2. You gonna pay me like today's wide receiver 1? Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. Just pay early, man. Pay early and get out the way. Outside of that, I downplayed Joe Mixon leaving the Bengals, and I still like Chase Brown. I kind of maybe I'm not off the Zach Moss thing, and it's good to see P-Ron back, but I do feel like them running the ball should help this offense out. We know what Joe Jamar and T do. I like the Andre guy. He's cool. Gesicki to me is just around for vibes. I like the current state of like what Mims could be and with that O line. So like again, like offensively, you cool. We all just know it's that other side of the ball. It's defense and what they're gonna be able to do.
I think on paper, offensive line looks better, but for some reason, this fool Joe Flacco keep getting beat up every year. So to me, I think they got to prove it next year. Next year's a prove it year to see what that continuity of that O line looks like. Because it's like, man, y'all still got to protect him. Y'all look good on paper. Hypothetically speaking, y'all should be protecting him. For some reason, Joe's still getting jacked up.
Yeah. Now defensively, some players that I think if they are in place and they hoop, it should make all of this better. 1, your first round pick, Shamar Stewart. 2, Chris Jenkins Jr., Miles Murphy, Barrett Carter, not Cam Taylor Britt, Jordan Battle. Those are guys who I like. Even Josh Newton, who I like in the draft process last year. Those are guys who I'm like, yo, if y'all can step up and y'all can play vital roles or even push in the starter roles and kind of move that, like elevate where this defense is at, then I think it can help a lot. Demetrius Knight, South Carolina dude, I like him, but I felt like Carter had a skill set that could work in there too. Again, especially up front, two guys who I really like. Shamar Stewart, I see what people are doing, but again, I think he needs time. Shamar, Chris Jenkins, and Miles Murphy. If them 3 dudes can like really work into the rotation and give them a really good front to run with Hendrickson, because God, I can't remember who just left. I'm losing his name right now on the opposite side. Not Trey. Oh, why am I missing his name? The DN that just left. Would like just replace him. You don't have to play, but like
Logan Wilson.
No, Logan linebacker. God, why am I missing his name?
Oh wait, who did leave last year?
Just retired this offseason, and I'm blanking on his name. Nah. Okay, it'll come back. Shamar, Miles Murphy, Chris Jenkins Jr. Because I like Miles Murphy, Chris Jenkins in the draft process. I just want them to build depth and effectiveness deep so that it helps this D-line work. And I think that'll help everything out. And in the secondary, again, I like Josh Newton and Jordan Battle. I want to see them step up and do good things.
Sam Hubbard.
Sam Hubbard, yep.
Key players for me is that whole O-line. Everyone on the O-line. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. That's 1, 2, and then my third, I guess you could say, is probably going to be Chase Brown. I think Chase Brown is going to set the tone for this team next year. And like you said, running the ball. Defensively, we know their holes. We know what that's going to be like. Regardless of if they re-sign Trey Hendrickson and if Shamar ends up signing that contract, the defense is what it is, right? I think we know their floor. We know their ceiling. But I'd like to see Chase Brown have a great year this year. I think last year he had a great year. He was able to get out there and make a difference for them later in the season once he was able to get established. Zach Moss is cool as a change-up back, but I think Chase Brown should be able to carry the load this year.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, that O-line and Chase Brown are going to be my 1, 2s, and 3s. Protect Burrow, run the ball. Protect Burrow, run the ball. We know what Jamar Chase is going to give you. We know what T. Higgins is going to give you. They cannot give you that unless Joe is clean. Keep Joe clean. Please don't let Jake Browning come into the game at any point for any reason other than y'all being up 7 touchdowns and him coming in to play the fourth quarter as garbage time.
I do want to state on the O line. I like the tackles. I know I wasn't like big Orlando Brown Jr. guy, but I like the tackle situation. That's what I like. The interior, for me, still up, but I just like the guys that play tackles.
Cool.
All right.
I think they take the leap though, and they'll finish number 2. We'll obviously get to that a little bit more in detail when we get to the schedule and give them the floor and the ceiling. But I think they make the leap and they take the number 2 spot this year.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into a floor and a ceiling for Cincinnati Bengals. Whoo, they opened up week 1. We gave that to them because Cleveland didn't. Week 2. No slow start for them this year.
Nope.
2-0, baby. No slow start for them this year. Ooh,
3-1.
3-1 to start?
I'm going to go 4-1. They're going to be 4-1 after week 5 going into Green Bay.
Ooh.
They only lose to Denver.
Ooh, I'm giving them. I could go 3-1. I could see the L to Minnesota too, but I like a good start this year. I'll go 4-1. But they're at home versus Detroit. Actually, I'm leaning Detroit that game. But we still got 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at 6 by the bye week.
Yeah. 6 and 3.
6 by the bye week. Yeah, I'm giving them 6 by the bye week.
Yeah.
6. And then coming out the bye week at Pittsburgh.
7.
Oh, you're giving them the Pittsburgh week? All right.
Yeah, I think this will be the Tomlin year where he scrapes that 500. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is there, but I'm sick of Aaron Rodgers, bro. You should have retired 2 years ago after you tore your Achilles.
Interesting.
But I think they find a way to win that Pittsburgh game.
All right. And New England looking for revenge at home against New England last year. Who beat them
They're
week
losing
1.
against New England. I don't care how hot they are. They're losing to New England. They're going to lose to
blood
New England.
against the Pats. They want that back in blood, and I get it. Drake May, Big Draco coming up there. All right.
Drake May throwing for 400 that game.
400. Yeah, Big Draco in the chats, man. Yeah, Big Drake coming up there. They want it out for blood. That's going to be a 45-42 game. All right, Buffalo, Baltimore. That is a stretch. Wow, that is a stretch.
Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore, Miami. In Miami. They'll go 2-2.
It's crazy. They got 2 flex games to end the year.
Ew. Damn.
So I'm going to go 12 ceiling.
Yeah. I'm at a 12 ceiling. That's exactly what I was about to say.
12 ceiling,
9 floor.
Cool. Glad we agree on that. 12 ceiling, 9 floor.
That'll be good enough to have them finish number 2.
Yep. All right. That's our ceiling and our floor for the Cincinnati Bengals. Ceiling a 12, floor of 9. Thank y'all for watching and being with us. Again, the date of this is June 18th. And we're hoping that World War III hasn't started and nothing else has drastically changed and all is well. Thank y'all for rocking with us. The next time you see us, we will be in Soy's Hood talking about the NFC East Super Bowl champs with the Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, and Giants. We'll be heading that way the next time you see us. Keep tabs with us. We are, again, if there's a part of the year we don't miss, it's this. So thank y'all for rocking with us. And we are out. Vita, soy sauce, we gone.